let's do a spin.
Yes,
I got a
let's
story
spin
to
our
read.
Segway wheel and see
Trevally.
what you have to think while I go get my clothes out of the dryer. Bad
All right,
pun.
one of my
I need to think of a
favorite-
bad pun.
Have you ever watched that show, The Detectorist, before you leave? It's pretty good.
No, I
it's
haven't.
Actually, it's kind of a, you know, these are real people that do shit like this. They go all over the British Isles with their metal detectors looking for ancient Roman loot.
Ooh,
So one of these
yes.
guys
I think
really
we've done a couple
struck
of
it
good
out.
news stories about, hey, I found a Roman cache in the backyard of this guy's house.
Anyway, here's the story, and here we go. I'll give you a good long time, so go wash your clothes. BBC.com, Roman coins found by Detectorist could be Wales' biggest find. This happened 5 days ago. 15,000 Roman coins. And look at this guy. I got to show you these pictures somewhere, man. Just go to BBC.com. I'll show you the pictures. Happy. I don't know, man. It's got to be worth a couple million. A metal detectorist has discovered up to 15,000 Roman coins, which could be the biggest hoard ever discovered in Wales. David Moss, 36, from Cheshire, was left in disbelief. He said he had goosebumps.
Bless me.
Oh, he had goosebumps. He bumped into a goose while he was looking for these coins. You hear that?
He's like, there's no
After
way I
being-
found these really expensive coins.
This is what he's doing, right? This is like, he probably dreamed about this. He probably still pinching himself, right? Holy shit. He usually finds a nickel here, you know, whatever British money, a pence here, you know, a shilling there. I don't think they have shillings anymore, do they? But I don't even know. I got a lot of money. I just don't know what their currency dated names for him are. But the epic find left him fearing they could be stolen, so he slept with them in his car for 3 days before taking them to experts. Slept in his car with the coins. Oh yeah, keep an eye on that shit. That's millions of dollars, I'm thinking. The coins are now in the safe hands of the National Museum, Cardiff, where it'll be analyzed. While not wanting to give specific details of where he found them, David described the area as virtually untouched area of North Wales. You're talking from the times of the Druids and the Vikings right through the Romans, he said. I just find it fascinating. It's an area that I'll be interested in for the rest of my life. There have been several coin hoards found over the years, usually deliberately buried and never recovered, typically during periods of turmoil or as a religious offering to the gods. They're always saying that about that religious offering to the gods. It was like, what do gods need currency for exactly? Oh, I ran out of money at the casino. I need some money. Go make an offering to me. Why do gods need money? It's such a confusing world. More than 50,000 Roman coins were found in a field in Somerset, England in 2010 with a total value of £320,500. In Wales, nearly 6,000 coins were found in two ports of field in Sully Vale and Glamorgan by a resident in 2008. National Museum Cardiff said the largest hoard its team is aware of is one of 10,000 coins near Chepstow in the 1990s. Well, 50,000 sounds like more. David has been metal detecting for nearly a decade. So far, he's uncovered over 2,700 Roman coins. But he believes the two pots he discovered in August with his friend Ian contained between 10,000 and 15,000 coins. A rainbow appeared minutes before the signal was found, he said. I couldn't believe it. The pair then spent 6.5 hours excavating the coins. David notified the landowner and gave him a plastic box to keep them in. He then drove back to his home in Chester and ended up sleeping with them in his car. I just didn't want to leave it out of my sight, he said. After a few restless nights, he made a 4-hour drive to Cardiff, where he left the coins with experts. Anthony Hale, 64, is the Chamber of South Wales and Monmouthshire Numismatic Society, which he believes the haul could be the biggest discovery in Wales. Anthony believes the haul could have belonged to a member of the Roman army or multiple members who buried the coins for safekeeping. That seems more likely about this offering the gods nonsense. I don't understand that. I would have thought it was a person's wealth that could be in a section of the army, I would have thought that it was a person's wealth that could be in a section of the army. That's what he said. Anthony said the museum in Cardiff will date when the coins were buried. They'll clean them, and then since it's such a large hoard, they will apply to the British Museum to see if they can help them. Then he'll go to
not the British Museum.
Oh yeah, British Museum. It's our stuff. Yeah, that was the hoard of Nautius Maximus. Then they'll go to the board and make the finder an offer. Okay, so the British Museum, they'll clean them. This is what the Cardiff Museum's doing. They'll clean them, and since it's such a large hoard, they'll apply to the British Museum to see if they can keep them. Why does Cardiff gotta go, oh, please, British Museum, let us keep them? Make them a finder an offer. They'll make him an offer. He'll get half the money, and the landowner will get the other half. That's only fair. I mean, the landowner actually, you know what the hell is the landowner, right? He just bought some land. You didn't know that treasure was there? 10% you get. Why was he getting half? Should have found it yourself, man. That's what I say. Anyway, they're just being fair. I'm being greedy. That's not nice. I shouldn't be greedy like that. A spokesman for Cardiff Museum said the assessment should be completed next year. They're not guessing how much it's worth. That's sad. I want some speculation. Treasure has Treasure has a variety of definitions, including an object at least 300 years old when found, which is not a coin, but has metallic content of which is at least 10% by weight is precious metal. It is also treasure when if found. It is one of at least two coins in the same find which are at least 300 years old at the time and have that percentage of precious metal. Boy, there's a lot of requirements for these little narrow definitions. In Wales, if you find treasure, it must be reported to a finds liaison officer within 14 days of the finding or 14 days of realizing an item might be a treasure, even if you haven't had it for longer. How do they measure when you've realized it? When did you realize this? Oh, 7 minutes ago, right before I walked in your office. How the hell are they going to prove that? When you realized it. Get out of here. Only items officially defined as treasure need to be reported. You know what I do? I get a spectrometer. I go through every one of them, find all the precious metal, melt them down, right? Because they're going to be in antiquity forever in some museum. Melt them down. The rest of this stuff's probably just copper and nickel or whatever they can mine at the time. Just keep the silver and gold, the stuff that's easy to melt. I would do that, and then turn the rest of that shit in and say, "Here's all my treasure." Because
things
what?
you can learn from the coins.
There's been so many coins found, though. I'm just saying they're like, oh yeah, that's exactly the same thing as that. I've got 4 Roman coins. I got them. Where do I got them? I got 4 of them right here, from 300
I guess
AD.
that's true. If there's abundance
right?
of us, you might just sell the resources.
But they're not whole coins because back then they would break them in half, right? Yeah. And the denomination didn't even matter. It was just a coin. I'll take 3 of those. I'll take 4 bits. Like bits used to be an actual currency, right? It used to be an actual currency. Anyway, let's get back to the story. Only items officially defined as treasure need to be reported, and there is a fine for up to 3 months in prison for not reporting. There are different rules for Scotland and Northern Ireland. After a find is reported, you will be contacted by either a finds liaison officer or museum curator to talk about how and where you made the find. You'll be given a receipt. I'm just telling you, why do you got to go through this official shit for stuff you found on your hard work? I'm just saying. And what are they going to do with them? Like I said, if there's precious metals in them, some rich guy is going to get them, and he's going to melt them down. Why don't you melt them down? That's what I'm saying. You think the museum's going to sit there and go, inventory this coin. Oh, that one fell. Okay, another one. Oh, that one fell too. You know? All day long. Stealing coin. Nobody's honest. Everybody's honest, right? Everybody's honest.
Everyone is honest
when they're being watched. Right. Everybody's honest when they're being watched. The finds liaison officer or museum curator will then write a report on the find. Museums can express an interest if it might be treasure. The coroner will then hold an inquest. Maybe invited to inquest along. The guy hunting the treasures at fault for not examining what he had himself and not knowing what he was looking for, right? Because to me, I'd become a coin expert. The internet does exist. You can become a coin expert pretty fast. Yeah. So there's a bunch of states and things the way to make claims. The 50-year-old, let's talk about Davies for a minute. Archaeologists and volunteers participating in archaeological excavation are not eligible for a share in the rewards. If you do find ancient coins, avoid any cleanings as you could damage them. I will not clean. You don't have to clean them to find out. Buy yourself a spectrometer. If you think you got a find worth a couple of $1 million, spectrometer, you just point a light at it. It tells you the actual content of the coin. It might cost you a couple grand, but buy it, man. You could have a loot. If you... It may be, and it's first of all, if you're a metal detectorist, why don't you at least know somebody with a spectrometer, right? Can I borrow your spectrometer? I found a coin. One coin, right? That's all you gotta tell them. I'm just saying, these people are just too not looking for, they're being so honest to the fault of, we'll turn this over to the British royal family, is what they're doing, right? Because the British royal family can do whatever they want to.
Not be real Welsh people either. Fake Welsh people.
Yeah. And the people in Wales got to say permission from London. That's a freaking hilarious, right? So anyway, let's finish this off. Let's do this again. It may be the pinnacle for any metal detectorist to find some treasure, but it does not automatically belong to them. I'm like, it belongs to me until I say it don't belong to me. That's the way I see it. Like I just said.
Yeah.
Gold and silver have the lowest melting temperature. Gold is one of the lowest melting temperatures. They're easy to melt down. Freaking, let's go, folks. I mean, seriously, you think rich people don't do this? The 56-year-old concealed the finding of the treasure and then sold it. He was fined in jail. This was This is what Leighton Davis.
I hate English people.
Wait. Let's talk about this. This is a different guy. This is what Leighton Davies of Pontypridd, Rhondda, Crynov, Taff found after he uncovered 3 million pounds worth of Viking coins in a field in Hereford, which is named after a cow. So he got a town named after a cow, Hereford. The 56-year-old concealed the finding of the treasure. He then sold it. He was fined in jail. Davies did not inform a farmer or own the field and instead contacted dealers to find out worth of the items, and a month later contacted the National Museum of Wales, but only declared 1 coin and 3 items of jewelry. He probably just told too many people. How did he get found out unless he told somebody? Because there's no way. It's like, hey, farmer, I found all these coins. There's 8 of them there. All right.
He wasn't getting arrested for. He was being arrested for. He was lying for lying. But there's probably an actual legal term for that.
He got caught.
Yeah.
He got caught because he sold it. That's what. You don't sell this, jackass. What you do is you contact the museum after you've gone through all the gold and silver. If there's any gold and silver in there, I went through my spectrometer there. No gold and silver. A lot of copper, a lot of tin. Have a nice day. Bye. And then they leave. And then it's over. What the fuck you selling it for? You can melt it down and make a chain. Look at my gold chain. These people are just not criminally minded. Anyway, that's my. Maybe
Roger confirmed a criminal.
I think too much like a mobster. Yeah, I was just talking about money laundering earlier.
That's
because
true.
PayPal.
Well, there's a lot of people who don't know what money laundering is. Like, you'll see these rich quick schemes on TikTok, and then people will be like, guys, that's money laundering. You're talking about money laundering. What you're talking about is illegal. There's look how fast I got rich. Yeah, because you're doing a crime. It's a reason it's illegal.
If I steal a bunch of gold, right? It's ingots within an hour, okay? All of it. And the silver. And who's getting those ingots? People are going to buy it for pennies on the dollar and sell it or whatever in the black market or whatever. I don't care who buys it. They're giving me money for something I didn't pay for. This is the whole point. So gold and silver being valuable and easy to melt down. Why would you turn those coins over to a museum and wait for some guy to steal them and do the same exact thing? Because that's what's going to happen. So I'm just saying.
Well, famously, of course, who's a famous Welshman is Blackbeard, a pirate. So, you know, he'd be pretty pissed off because he'd rum out of treasure.
Oh, wait the hell, damn rim shot and everything. I'm sleeping today. You got to repeat that one for the rim shot. Repeat the
Blackbeard, a famous Welsh pirate. What he would say about this is that he'd rum out of treasure. There you go.
That was a little slow. Probably a time delay. Oh, we got to cheer. Hold on, crowd there.
You got to give me the groan. You always have to give me the groan for the puns because everyone's like, ah.
Damn it. Okay, Homer.
I've tried to go on a hunt for treasure, but I can't seem to find my sense of direction. Guess I'm just a lost cause.
Oh, damn. I didn't know you had another one. Jesus. Hold on a second here. Man. I close everything and then you...
I just keep that stuff open for this kind of thing.
I know. I didn't know you had a second joke. That was one story, you know? That's it.
You have another story? No, you don't have another story. Okay, my story.
No, I'm one story Willie.